so nice to see you.
Thank you, Mother. It's lovely to see you too.
I must hear about your trip, your honeymoon down to Willamette. But with the fair going on, we just didn't have a chance to talk at all.
Yes, the Clackamas County Fair sure does take its toll on Father.
But now that it's over, we can now talk. That would be great.
That is great.
Welcome home, Irma. It's good to
Father!
see you. David, how are you?
Hey, Mr.
Good
Debok.
to see you. We've got a lot to talk about with you being next year with the county fair.
Well, it certainly looks like you did all right this year with all those blue ribbons, Mr. Debok.
Well, yes, I did. But I can always do better. You know, there's never a time that you can't improve yourself. Isn't that right?
Well, yes, sir, I guess that's true.
And now that my very own brand new son-in-law just happens to be on the board of the fair committee, I thought maybe you could give me a few hints on how I can win even more awards next year. If there's anything I like, is to improve myself. Isn't that right, dear?
Yes, dear.
Mother, please don't let Father talk his ear off about the fair again.
Haven't you won all the awards over the years, Mr. Debok?
Nonsense! There's always more awards to win.
No, really. George, come on.
Well, that's true. There is. There's always more awards to win.
You might be right. You might be right.
No, it's fine, it's fine. You should be very proud of all your accomplishments. Let's hear them.
Well, boy, I'd like to do that, you know, because I'm mighty proud of that bull. You know, that bull has got me a blue ribbon, but that isn't all it's done. I've had some accolades that I like to read to you, and I just happen to have them.
Well,
I wrote them down so I wouldn't forget them.
Let's hear them.
Darn tootin', I'm prouder than a pig that just took a bath. Now listen to this. First place was a swine at your Jersey boar. 6 months and over, 2 years and old and over. Breeding sow, 2 years old and over. Gilt, 6 months and over. First and second place. Sow and litter, second place? Don't quite know what happened there. That Judge Grim Dimmock's going to be the horns of that category. He got me there. But I'll get him next year, I tell you. Beat the pants off him, though, with cattle and swine.
Well, you know, I thought I heard that Judge Dimmock won largest watermelon and squash as well.
I don't want to hear about it. That Judge Dimmock's going to be the death of me. I'll tell you, but I'm going to get him next year.
You know, George, you have to let somebody else win occasionally.
Only one can hear about Holstein and swine so much.
Well, that's true, but you know, he won the award. What more can I do? You know, and the other thing is, I'm going to win more awards next year because I'm my new son-in-law here. He's going to help me out.
Oh, dear. Oh, dear.
And now, Mr. and Mrs. Ritter, good to see you.
Good to see you, Mr. and Mrs. Debok. Good to see you.
Hello, good evening, and you have your Irma here. Hello, how are you? Oh, I mean, Mrs. Long. I
How are you
keep
doing?
forgetting about your new name.
That's quite all right. I'm still getting used to it myself.
As am I. Well,
Oh,
her name, that is.
Are you out for a walk? Did you come from the store?
Oh, yes, indeed. We had some extra shelving to do this weekend, but we can't dally too long. I've got to get into Portland for a meeting of the Progressive Club. We are talking about bringing a train from Portland to Willamette. We've been talking about it for some time now.
It's going to take a lot more than that to get it done. It's going to take a miracle.
You know, that sounds so crazy.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Well, you know what? There's a new stock of baking powder that'll be just perfect for making some blackberry jam
That
cakes, don't
sounds
you think,
good.
Mr. Ritter?
Oh, yes, indeed. Our baking powder makes the lightest of cakes.
well, I just saw a recipe on the Oregon City Courier saying that they have the best baking powder in town. Wouldn't you agree, dear?
Well, you know, perhaps we should go to Willamette tomorrow and go to Ritter and Eppler's and pick up some for ourselves.
Oh, please. Yes, you should. We had a stock of canned salmon come in also and made quite a display of it. But have a look-see in the store window before you leave, Mr. and Mrs. Long. Please do.
Indeed we will.
Indeed we
And
will.
if either of you need to utilize the mail when you're in town, our Ripper and Epley's have the finest of post service also.
Well, you know, that sounds wonderful. And you know, speaking of salmon, Did you guys hear about Robert Kruger?
No.
Just the other day, he caught a string of salmon so large that he posted it in front of his storefront window down there in Oregon City.
Really?
Small potatoes.
Interesting. In a store window, salmon?
Well, apparently the display caused quite a few positive affirmations from the anglers themselves.
Well, I don't know about the smell, but it just might lure in some newer customers.
Why lure customers in with fish when you can lure them in with my prize bull?
Father.
Mr. Riddler, I guarantee you that if you put my prize bull in your front window, you'll get new customers, or my name isn't George Debok.
I'll seriously consider that, sir. I'll
George,
take it
please.
under suggestion.
Please, George.
Well, the offer's always open, so
Well.
keep it in mind.
Indeed, I will think about that.
Well, thank you.
It was
Have a
lovely
good
to
evening,
see you,
Mr.
Mr. and Mrs.
Good
Ritter.
evening, Mr. and Mrs. Redler.
Are we still